So, this is my first recorded video, especially on this iPad. And I decided I want to record it because there's a lot of people around here that, want to talk about how, you know, the hurricane this, hurricane that. You got Irma, Jose, you got now um, Maria. You got several hurricanes out there, and everyone knows it's hurricane season, it happens. And yes, we all know it's hurricane season. We all know it happens. But here's the truth. Everyone keeps comparing Jose with, I'm sorry, Irma with, other hurricanes. Anyone who's been in a hurricane will tell you right now, will tell you straight up. Not one hurricane is the same to the other, okay? Not one. So that means that if you were in a hurricane at one point, it doesn't mean that hurricane's going to be the same tomorrow. Hurricane Irma graciously blessed my island of Puerto Rico. It didn't hit it, it didn't directly impact it, it didn't directly hit it, but it impacted the island. Okay, there's a lot of people without power, there's a lot of people without electricity, there's a lot of people without water, and the East Coast and Central United States and the media, especially the media, and I want to call names, but I heard CNN. I heard one of the reporters of CNN say, "You know what? It's gonna come up to Puerto Rico, and then, but no main issue to the East Coast." And I took offense to that, and I was like, you know what? For CNN, specifically CNN, to make a big deal about that, just to say, hey, it's okay. Puerto Rico's gonna be slammed, but the East Coast is gonna be okay. I thought that was kind of contradictory to what they usually preach. But putting that aside, if you haven't been in a Cat 4 hurricane before, I'll even say Cat 3. If you haven't been a Cat 3, Cat 4 hurricane, you don't know what you're talking about. So let me just tell you a little bit about a person who survived and was involved or in Hurricane Georges when it hit Puerto Rico back in the 2000s or 1990s. I forget what it was. It was 90s because it wasn't 2000s. I was here already in the mainland by that point. It's not fun. It's not to be glorified. It's not something for people to just spend all day watching TV thinking, hey, look, this is the new thing on the block, a country is being, or a state or a community is being flooded. It's serious, guys. I mean, this will wreck people's lives. This will ruin people's lives. This will take lives. Um, for all my Puerto Rican brethren in Puerto Rico right now, I mean, I feel for you. I have a lot of friends over there. I have a lot of family over there. I'm truly worried if this hurricane stays the track. And when I'm talking about hurricanes, I'm talking about Hurricane Maria. And it's funny that all these hurricanes happen to have Hispanic names because it's attacking the majority of Hispanic lands. But if Hurricane Maria does follow track, it does, and it ends up being a direct impact with Puerto Rico at a Cat 4. Um, and I'm, like I said, I'm safe over here in Virginia. I am in Virginia and I'm safe, but I fear for the people in Puerto Rico. Um, I just want anyone to understand that no hurricane is the same as the other. Stop comparing hurricanes. Stop comparing disasters. It is what it is. They're not human made. They're natural disasters. We can have a whole complete debate on global warming separately, but the fact still remains that a disaster is a disaster. Now, my question to everyone out there is going to be, will we go to Puerto Rico's aid like we did for Texas? Will we go to Puerto Rico's aid like we did to Florida? Or are we just going to continue to act like Puerto Rico is just an island on its own and they have to take care of everything? I don't want to get political. I don't want to talk about the state of the country of Puerto Rico, or the state of the conditions of Puerto Rico. We understand there's a whole bunch of situations going on right now with Puerto Rico, financially, stable wise. We understand all that. Whoever's been following that knows. But still, we want to hear from the media. I'm sick and tired of when Irma was coming by. The track had Irma scraping Puerto Rico. I mean, literally before scraping Puerto Rico, it had it breaking it in half, and all the talk was about Florida. No one talked about Puerto Rico. And then when the hurricane destroyed the Barbados and Barbudos, as they call it on the media and other outlets out there, um, we started talking about Puerto Rico because we were inevitably there. They had to talk about it. But everything was Florida, 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 Florida. We need to remember we have U.S. citizens in other islands of the United States. We're part of the United States. We have other islands there. And we need to understand that we are part of the Americas. And if we are part of the United States, then we should be treated equally. We don't. We'll see what the treatment is after this hurricane hits. Hurricane Maria, like I said, seems to be a hurricane that's going to cause major destruction. It looks like it's having the same path that George had, and George just really ruined that island. We're talking about $2 billion worth of damage, or 200 plus of damage. So hopefully we don't have to relive this type of scenario. The island was already hurting with damages because of Hurricane Irma, even though it wasn't a direct impact, as a lot of people will tell you, with storm surge and winds, heavy winds. We still had a lot of our infrastructure attacked. The governor of Puerto Rico has done a wonderful job of trying to keep everything up to par, but we have limited resources, and we have a lot of U.S. residents living there, and a lot of U.S. citizens. So if anyone sees this video and thinks it's okay and or likes it, I will appreciate it. But if I get 10 people who watch this video and likes it, I'm okay. If I get 5, I'm okay. If I get 10, 20, 30, 40, I'm okay. I just want someone to be able to understand, who hasn't been in this situation. I want people to understand that no one hurricane is the same. I understand we saw a lot of damage in Irma. I understand we saw a lot of damage in Harvey, but we're in the continental U.S., okay? You're talking about a small island now that's about to be hit with a Cat 4, and it's part of our country. We need to step up. We need to help out, get our resources out there. Whoever's able, willing to help out. I wish I could. Get out there, help out. This is going to be bad. If this storm keeps the track it is, it's going to be bad. People, please. Puerto Rico is in a bad way if this storm hits the way it's going to hit. Think about it. Digress it. Ingest it afterwards. And then make your own decision. But either way, if you watch it, you watch. If you don't, you don't. I'm not over here looking for viewers or nothing like that. I'm just trying to put out what I feel. Right now, I feel that we need to understand this is a strong storm hitting Puerto Rico, and this is going to be another impact to our country. Thank you.